Alright, what is up guys, it is Josh back with another video. Today's video, I have another video of the How to Edit Like series. Today we're going to be featuring another two editors, which is going to be XEN VERGE, my org mate, and Devour Maxi. If you guys are new to this series, what I do is I break down each editor's editing style, kind of show how you can actually end up pulling it off in both Adobe After Effects and Davinci Resolve. If you want to download the presets that are going to be needed for this video for both Davinci Resolve and After Effects, make sure to check out the link in the description. It should just be right at the top. And if you want to stay up to date with me, make sure to drop me a follow on my Twitter. We are super close to 10k followers. We're literally 350 followers away at the time of recording this video, so make sure to drop a follow. That'll be the first link in the description. And lastly, I just dropped the best $5 edit pack on my channel, so make sure to check that out. That'll also be in the description. It is anything you could ever need in terms of presets, practice clips, project files, literally everything for highlight editing at the price of a burger at McDonald's. But if you guys do enjoy the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Over 70% of you guys that watch my videos are not subscribed to the channel yet, so make sure to drop a sub, and I'll see you guys on my PC. All right, guys, so starting off in Davinci Resolve, we're going to cover Verge to start. So for this, we're just going to drag in our song. I'm going to be using the song Toxic Ends by Rarin. It's kind of a song that works for both editing styles. So I'm going to turn down the volume here because it's kind of being a bit too loud. But we're just going to find the point in the song where we can hit our clip. So right here. And then we'll have kind of a transition point here. We'll cut off the rest. And just like that, we have the portion of the song we're going to be using. And this video isn't going to be too long because I'm only covering kind of the simplistic parts of the editing styles. I'm not going over like the over-the-top, maxi, character glow build-ups for that kind of that's more for an individual tutorial. So if you guys want to see that kind of stuff, just make sure to leave that down below in the comments. But we're just going to move the audio track down to audio 2. And we're going to select our clip up here. And we are just going to select the part of the clip we want to use using these little arrow key thingies. And we're just going to go right about like this. Should be good. All right, so for Verge's velocity, we're just going to go into retime controls by right-clicking. Just make sure you have the audio unlinked right here. Add a speed point on the kill. Come back to where kind of this point, this player is here and the ramp is fully edited. And then we're going to add a speed point in the middle. Change this one to 50%. Change this one to 200%. Change this one to 50%. Put your thing on the kill. Drag that like this. Overlap it a bit. And that should be good. Just like that. And if you want it to be smoother, you can change it to optical flow. Up to you. For me, I'm just going to keep it to nearest. And yeah, that's that. That's pretty much a similar velocity as to what it uses. We're going to go to actually add our effects now. We're going to drag an adjustment clip, start it on the kill, and then we're going to drag it out a bit because the thing about this preset is it does last a bit longer. We're going to go into the Fusion tab, open this right here to actually get where our presets are. We're going to drag in our impact one just like this. Let it load a second. And then what we're going to do here, we're going to zoom out a bit just so we can drag this over and drag this over. Disconnect these right here. Connect it on the right side. And if you actually add the preset while we're at the point of the kill, it should automatically add it in the right spot. So right here we can see that we actually have the preset fully working. I'll put a rendered version of what it actually looks like because right now it's going to be super laggy. I also recommend using quarter resolution while you're editing. But yeah, I'll put that up on the screen just so you can kind of see what that looks like. And then we're going to move on to the actual build up. All right, so now for the build up. This impact is kind of whatever because I wasn't really able to convert the settings over that well. So it's kind of looking like what Verge does. And then for the build up right here, just make sure you have it so it lasts from before the kill to actually the kill itself. We're going to go out here to the Fusion tab, and what we're going to do is we're going to find wherever we have it saved to, and we're going to drag in the build up preset. And the keyframe should be messed up a bit, but it's okay. I can show you how to fix it. And just like that, we should see that the keyframes are actually ending right here. So we're going to bring up our keyframe menu just like this. We're actually going to expand these, bring up our menu just a tiny bit, have it so we can see all of them. And we're going to select all of them just like this. And we can shift them actually so it ends up going to the very end of the adjustment clip. This is what the adjustment clip is right here. So if we go out here, this is like looking at this, so where we can see all the keyframes. But obviously I'm in the wrong one. So that blue thing is what this is. And pretty much what that is it is just the build up right here. film damage. And you will need some Sapphire plugins for this one, as well as the BCC plugins. But yeah, that's pretty much how to do Verge style. I'll put it up on the screen with the build up just so you can kind of get an idea of that. But I'm actually going to move on to Maxi style in Davinci Resolve. All right, guys, so now for Maxi style in Davinci Resolve, all I have is I have the exact same clip that we did for Verge style, but I have the velocity on it already. And if you don't know how to do that, just go to the very beginning of the Verge tutorial for Davinci, and I actually show how to do that, and you can skip back to here. All the timestamps are in the description if you want to navigate between the two. But the thing about Maxi's style, it isn't too complicated. I'm going over his new style, by the way, not the old, like, Magic Bolt looks, over the top, like, insane color correction stuff. Like I said, I can do that in a further tutorial if you want me to do that, but I'm kind of not really interested in doing that right now as a separate tutorial. But what we're gonna do is I'm just going to bring up my fusion menu right here. We're gonna navigate on over to where we actually have Maxi's presets saved to, and we're actually gonna drag in the impact to start. Just drag this right here, and I know it's not exactly what Maxi uses, but I tried to kind of get as close to what I tried to get as close to what he does kind of do. And so for this, you're going to have to adjust the glint depending on how it looks with your clip. Obviously, it will look different for every clip, so you can adjust the threshold, the brightness if you want. Just make sure you don't flashbang your viewers because you never want to do that. And yeah, that's pretty much all that is for the impact. I'm going to quickly toss that up on the screen just so you can kind of get an idea of what it actually looks like with that full HD, kind of 60 FPS. All right, so the next thing for Maxi style is the build up. So we're just going to drag an adjustment clip that kind of starts before the kill and ends at the very end of the clip. And we're going to go into the Fusion tab for it just like this. And we're just going to drag in the build up just like that. Perfect. Connect these just right here. And then we're also going to bring up the keyframe menu like we did with the Verge one, just so we can actually have it lined up. I'm just going to drag it out right here. So for this, what we're going to do is we're going to find the peak right here. And we're going to find the part where we actually get a kill. So that's going to be this point right here. And we're actually not at the right spot. So I'm actually going to move this out of the way just so we can do this. And right here is where we want to actually line up this keyframe. And then we can just bring this one in right here. And just like that, I don't know if we can bring that over, just like that. We have the full build up, the shake, blur mode curves. And the thing about Maxi style, what he's been doing recently, he just puts like a little tilt shake on a blur mode curve so it aggressively spikes in. I'll quickly show you what the graph looks like. That way you can do it on a different software. But yeah, let me just quickly show you that. So this is what the graph looks like for the blur mode curves. It goes from a 1 to a z distance of 0.7-ish. And then this is about a 1 on the other side too. So just that's what the graph looks like. And the shake, I just have these settings right here. But yeah, the preset for that is in the description. And I'll render that out so you can see what that looks like, full quality. And then I'll get to the actual kind of LUT color correction kind of stuff that Maxi actually uses. All right, so now for the actual LUT kind of color correction, we're just going to add a magic bullet looks to the clip itself right here. We're going to go into the effects right here, open looks, so it does the edit looks. Then we're going to go to tools. We're going to go to LUT, drag that onto your post as well as HSL colors. We're going to go to our LUT and actually choose an LUT. We're going to go to where we actually have this one saved to, the Maxi type LUT, which I have right here. And just like that, what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of take these blues in and kind of desaturate it a bit and take the lightness down just a tiny bit. And just like that, that is pretty much like a Maxi type color correction that he's been using. I know this tutorial for Maxi's part wasn't really too close to what he actually does, but I thought it was fairly similar. I thought it was worth showing you guys just so you guys can kind of copy it, because his style, his new style, is a lot better than his old one in my opinion. And yeah, he's been killing it on YouTube, getting a lot of subs, getting a lot of views on his new montages. Definitely a big fan of his new style. Super clean. But yeah, if you guys want to check that out, maybe I'll make a tutorial on that in depth alone in the future. And yeah, if you guys want to see 2 editors in next video, make sure to drop that down below in the description. I'm always taking recommendations for that. But that being said, I'm going to actually move on to After Effects now for both Verge and Maxi. So I'll see you guys over there. All right, guys. So I'm in After Effects now, and the first thing I'm going to show you is Verge's style. So we're just going to drag in our song. I'm using the song Toxic Ends by Rarin. Super good song. song, and it is copyright free, so you can use it for your own montages. So I'm just actually going to turn the After Effects volume down even more. Okay, so this is the first beat we want to use. We're just going to find the beat, and we're just going to cut it down on either side. So right here is the beat we're going to use, and we're going to cut it down just, let's say, right here. And we'll add a marker here, cut it down right there. And for the clip, what we're going to do, just highlight it. And we're just going to select the part that we want to use on either side, just like this. We're going to drag that over just like that. And we are going to line up the kill. So that should be good. Drag it out. Just like that. And then what we're going to do to actually add velocity is we're going to add a highlights velocity preset. So we're actually going to go to our presets. We're going to go to our velocity preset. This will be in the description, by the way. The thing about Verge's style, he does a nice little slowdown on velocity most of the time. And that's going to be this one right here. So just that right there. And then for the actual impacts, just press Ctrl-Y to actually add an adjustment layer. Go onto the kill. We're going to go into our apply animation preset right here. Shout out to Verge. He actually sent me these presets, so these are exactly what he uses in After Effects. So we're just going to add this preset right here. Give it a second to load. And then we're going to highlight all these keyframes. Like, look at all these keyframes. It's a scattered mess. And we're going to drag these over so these keyframes right here are actually lined up. And then we can kind of just cut it down on this side if we really want to. And drag it on the right. So just like that. We'll let it load just a bit. Give it a second. So obviously it's a bit better than the Davinci one. And yeah, that's the impact. So now we're going to do the build up. Just cut it down, add a separate layer right here. Go to your animation preset and also add the build up just like this. We're going to select these keyframes, drag them over, and then just extend it so it covers this keyframe right here. And that should be good. And that should... Perfect. And that's pretty much Verge's style in After Effects, guys. I mean, shout out to him for sending me the presets so you guys could actually just easily download them and use exactly what he uses. So if you want to replicate his style, you know, they're right here. Download them from the description. Hope you guys enjoyed this little mini tutorial on how to edit like Verge. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to move on to kind of the simplistic version of Maxi's style. All right, so for Maxi's style now, what we are going to do is we are actually going to add an adjustment layer. It's the same clip, same song, same velocity, so you don't really need to change anything other than just delete everything. You just start from a blank canvas kind of thing. So add a brand new adjustment layer. Control-Y to actually do that. Control-Shift-D to cut it down on either side. Go to your apply animation preset. What we're going to do, go to the Maxi folder right here, the After Effects, and we're just going to add the impact one. And just like this, we're actually going to shift the keyframes to the left. This is a impact that I made myself, so obviously it's not going to be spot on. And just like this, we're going to actually select all of them. Hopefully we get all of them this time. Like this. Drag it over to the left. And then bring this over 1 or 2 frames, doesn't really matter. And just like that, we can see it's kind of similar to Maxi's impacts that he's been using and all his stuff. I'm going to turn down the brightness on my glint just a bit. Yeah, you can see that it kind of looks a bit weird with that, so we're going to turn it down a bit. That way it's not like destroying the eyes of the viewers watching our montages. And yeah, for the build up, all we're going to do, drag it out just like that. New adjustment layer. Go to apply animation preset and add the build up preset that I've actually added. So for this, what we're going to do is line up the middle frame of the actual blur mode curves. So the top one, and that's just going to be for a shake build up kind of thing. But yeah, it's super clean. It's just a build up with a shake. Blur mode curves, actually. I'll quickly show you what the graph looks like for that so you can copy in another software. This is just it right here. It goes from a 1 to a 0.76, I believe. Yeah, 0.76 back out to a 1 right here. So it zooms in, impact, and just like that. And our impact that we actually have is a Y shake with a tilt shake, flicker, distort RGB, I believe, and not a distort RGB, sorry, a flicker, fast lens blur, and then we also have a glint on there as well. But all we got to do for color correction, just add our looks thing right here just by adding our effect. You can just drag it on from the right side. Also inside of After Effects right here, you can come up to effects and preset and look up looks. I have an extension that actually allows me to just type in the effect, go to edit just like this, go to the right side, drag in HSL colors as well as the LUT thing right here, go to presets, actually not presets, sorry, my bad, go to LUT, and then we're also going to go up to the Maxi folder, do the Maxi type LUT, and we're going to go to HSL colors, and we're going to desaturate the blues just a tiny bit and also decrease their lightness just a super tiny bit. And just like that, we have a Maxi type color correction that he's been using in his montages. I hope you guys did enjoy this little mini tutorial. By the way, I'm going to be covering another 2 editors. Last week we did Smoothie and Excel. The week before that we did Numby and Yarn. So next week is going to be another 2 editors. Leave me down below who you want me to actually cover. Or if you want, I could do another one of these editors in depth. I could do Smoothie in depth. I could do Excel in depth. Something along the lines of that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Make sure to check out my edit pack. It has everything you could ever need for the low price of $5, which is super cheap compared to the other edit packs that run you about $25. But like, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys did enjoy. Give me some feedback down below. We'll see you guys later.